welcome to Enjoying Disney Magic. My name is Tony. My wife's name is Catherine. She is in our cabin sleeping right now. It is about 7:30 in the morning. I just finished my workout here on the Disney Wonder. It is our second day of our 7-night cruise, and today is a full day at sea. In front of me, got a beautiful sunrise coming up from the east, and I just can't get enough of these views on the mornings of our cruises. So the big thing on today's agenda is going to be our Palo brunch. We were lucky enough to secure that reservation yesterday as soon as we got onto the ship. So if you were not able to secure one before your trip, don't forget that you can secure one as soon as you get on the ship. Just ask where they are doing the dining reservations and you could go ahead and put yourself on a wait list. And we were lucky enough to get one for a party of 7. We are here with myself and Catherine, so we're a party of 2, but we are also with one of our friends and her family. So lucky enough to get a party of 7 for Palo brunch. Now Palo brunch is an additional cost restaurant. It is $45 per person, but from what I've seen online through other YouTube videos and then also what I've read online, the food up there is supposed to be superb. So definitely looking forward to what that has in store. Palo brunch is something that you do have to dress up for. So the next time you see me, I'll have Catherine right here next to me. And we are going to be nice and dressed up and ready for our Palo brunch.
Ta-da!
There she is. All right, so we are about to go head up to our Palo brunch. You ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go.
Palo brunch was not only a highlight of this day, but definitely one of the main highlights of the entire cruise. Catherine and I keep on talking about if we could relive certain moments of the cruise, Palo brunch would definitely be one of them. Not only is Palo a place where you can have a lot of delicious food, and trust me, we did have a lot of it, but it is also a place where you could enjoy time with the company that you were with. It has a quiet setting, unlike the main dining rooms, which sometimes you have to raise your voice just to talk to someone across the table. Here you can enjoy your conversations at a comfortable level. To get the food started, you get to choose from an assortment of pastries, and the highlight of the pastries is hands down the almond croissant. Once you have a bite of that, it very well may be one of the best pastries you'll ever have. And once the food starts coming, it seemingly does not stop coming. We started us off with a charcuterie board and then also a seafood charcuterie board. The highlight on that was definitely the spicy tuna. And then we had 2 flatbread pizzas. One was a goat cheese and sun-dried tomato, and the other was a spicy Italian sausage. And both of those flatbreads were recommended by our server, and they were delicious. Next up was an Eggs Benedict, and then we had 2 large Mickey waffles with some fruit. One was an apple cinnamon and the other was a strawberry. And then finally we come to a calzone, and that calzone was also amazing. All the food here was amazing, but the main course highlights is definitely the chicken parmesan. The chicken parmesan seemed to leave people speechless. Anytime somebody took a bite out of it, they had no words to describe how amazing that was. And the same thing goes for the lasagna. The lasagna was very creamy and very wonderful. And if we did not have enough food, it was finally time for dessert. We ended up ordering every single dessert on the menu and splitting it upon everybody in the party. And let's just say there were no downfalls to any of the desserts. Each one of them had something awesome about them that just made you want to keep on eating more and more. As you continue to look through the rest of the delicious desserts, I do want to mention that Palo brunch does take some time out of your day. It did take us roughly about 2.5 to 3 hours to get through all of our wonderful food, but we really wouldn't want to have it any other way. It was just such an amazing experience, from the wonderful food to the wonderful service to the wonderful view that you had, and also the wonderful time that you get to spend with the people in your party.
Oh man.
Woo! Palo brunch was a very wonderful experience.
So delicious.
So delicious, so much food, and just great service all around. We had Katya
From Italy.
and Palo is an Italian restaurant, so she had all the inside scoops on the Italian cuisine.
And she had excellent recommendations.
Wonderful recommendations, but you really could not go wrong with any meal or dessert or pre-meal appetizer thing. It was funny about like halfway through our meal, we realized we didn't even order our actual main course yet. We were just filling up on all the appetizer stuff. Everything was so good. Loved the tuna on the seafood antipasti. Couldn't go wrong with the regular antipasti, however you pronounce it.
It had Parmesan cheese, which was delicious.
And then the pizzas, we got the goat cheese and
sun-dried tomatoes, and then a spicy Italian sausage.
And just everything was so good. I can't remember anything. We just got back and we are very, very full.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna do some relaxing. Probably look outside our porthole for a little while. Just because that's a good view to take in after we just took in a lot of food. So we are going to relax for probably a long time. We got another trivia coming up later too. So, but yes, highly recommend Palo Brunch. Definitely worth the $45 a person.
I was a little hesitant at first just because I'm a picky eater, but I'm not disappointed in any way. I had a Parmesan crusted chicken, and I've had a lot of chicken in my life, and that was absolutely amazing.
And the lasagna that I had, it was definitely the best lasagna that I have ever had, ever experienced. It was like a creamy lasagna, if you will, but it was so delicious. Everything very, very good.
And one of the desserts had a hazelnut gelato, and oh my goodness, it was so good.
Yes, everything is definitely a step above everything that you will get in the main dining rooms, and main dining rooms are still pretty good. And I don't think this is going to ruin anything for us, but it is definitely something that we will keep an eye out on for future cruises.
So we're going to relax a bit before we do some other activities on the ship like trivia, and tonight is formal night.
So we are going to get out of this dress-up attire and get into new dress-up attire later. But it's time to get out of this because we don't like to be in our dress-up clothes very often. So we'll see you guys in a little while. And now our break is over. Our little resting time turned into a short time because we were looking through our navigator on our phones, and I want to see what Wonderquest is about. So we're going to go do that, and then we are going to do some trivias.
Woohoo!
All right, let's go see what that's about.
This is a scavenger hunt and a race at the same time. So know, my friends in the back, that you run at a disadvantage. If you are serious about the game and you really want to win, I suggest relocating to one of our front areas. I'm going to ask to see these items. Captains, you will spring up and get these items from wherever you can. And then you're going to bring them to me, and you're going to show them to me this way. Say, for example, that I say, Team Captains, I want to see your team number and a microphone. So you're going to approach me, and you're going to do this. This is a fast-paced game. This is a race after all, but I do have to make a call for safety, okay? Today, when you are briskly walking towards me, exercise caution. Do not hurt yourselves, but more importantly, do not hurt me. Team captains, I want to see your team number. Team captains, your team number, and a lanyard. Show me a lanyard. Come on, your team number and a lanyard. Number 2, number 5, number 1, number 8, number 12.
With 46 points is going to be team number 5.
Hey guys, coming over with 4 Pluto medallions for your team.
Thank you.
And now, let's give it up for the rest of the players in this game. Let's give it up for everybody that played the game with me today. Thank you so much for playing the Wonderquest with Leah and myself, Gus from the crew staff team. If you had fun, we are Leah and Gus. If you did not have fun, we are Jack and Kelli. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!
6. In the movie Finding Nemo, what is the name of the city where Marlin and Dory must travel to find Nemo? So number 6. In the movie Finding Nemo, what is the name of the city where Marlin and Dory must travel to find Nemo? Next one, which is number 8. What is the name of the office object that started a revolution in animation with Pixar's first release? That's 5 or more.
Tony, put
We
your
got
paper up.
18.
10, 15.
We just had a lot of fun at Wonderquest and trivia. For those of you wondering, Wonderquest is like a scavenger hunt game show where we were initially thinking we were going to be running around the ship, and we weren't quite prepared for that after still being very full from our delicious brunch at Palo. Luckily, it was like looking around the room and seeing what you had in your belongings. So one thing was every team had to have a team captain, and then the team captain had to bring their team number, which they had on a paper, along with the requested item. So there was one about a scrunchie, there was one about a dollar bill, about someone with glasses. Our host Gus had us do some impressions of Kylo Ren, of Tinkerbell. So each round had a different thing that we needed to provide him with, and based on how fast we brought those things to him, our points were determined. So we were very successful. We ended up getting first place, as you saw or will see, and we got these awesome Pluto medallions.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun playing that game, especially we might have gotten a little overly competitive, or maybe just having a lot of fun. But it was a lot of fun. A lot more fun than we thought it was going to be, because we didn't know what we were getting into, and we just had a blast playing that game. Cool thing on how you could earn points there is that you could share with other people. So one of the things was like, oh, I need somebody with blonde hair. So Catherine and our team captain AD ran up there because Catherine has blonde hair.
And then I got stolen by some lady.
As she was walking back to her seat, some lady's like, hey, I need to borrow you for this. And she's like, oh, okay.
It was fun, though.
Yeah, a lot of fun that game was. And then we did 2 trivias after that. We did Marvel trivia. Did not get anything on film for there, but we basically got second place. Oh, we made it to the tiebreaker. So I think we missed one or two questions.
And then you got to go do
And
the
then
tiebreaker
I got to go do the
question.
tiebreaker. There were 2 other teams that were also there for the tiebreaker. And unfortunately, I got the last question wrong, that tiebreaker question wrong.
But he was close. It was
close.
a tricky question.
It was pretty tricky, but no medallion for that one. And then we walked around the ship until it was time for Pixar trivia. And then we did Pixar trivia, and we got pretty darn close too. So we were 1 point away from the winner. So they had 19 out of 20, and we had 18 out of 20. But still a lot of fun. And yeah, I think we're going to go change into our formal wear, get all nice and fancy for formal nights. And we're going to check out the captain's reception. Not sure if I'll film anything in there, but we'll find out. But then it's time for the Golden Mickeys. What's up? Alright, no video recording in the thing for the Golden Mickeys.
Hello, everyone. We just got back from the Golden Mickeys. So during our cruise, there are some Broadway caliber shows, and tonight's was the Golden Mickeys, which is like an award show. So it goes through sort of the history of some Disney movies and different touches that they had and different things to commemorate about it. What was your favorite part?
Oof, so many choices to choose from for the favorite part. I'd say my top 3 would be Hunchback of Notre Dame. You don't see that movie represented very much, and I think whenever they do that, the person who plays Hunchback does a wonderful job.
His name is Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. The person who plays Quasimodo does a wonderful job. And then also the Cruella de Vil one is always a fun one to see. Tarzan's always fun to see. I'm a sucker for princess medleys. So anytime there's a princess medley, I basically get teary-eyed no matter what the show is. Actually, I'm just a sucker for Disney music in general. So no matter what Disney show there is, and there's Disney music, I normally get teary-eyed sometime in the show. So yeah, definitely love the Golden Mickeys and all the shows that they show here on The Wonder. So before we saw the Golden Mickeys, we stopped by the captain's reception, which is when all these fancy people in the white suits that help drive the ship or do some sort of work that help the ship run, as far as the direction of the ship and all the other engineers that are a part of it. They come down, they meet a bunch of guests in the atrium, and you get to take some photos with them. And there's also some backdrop photos that we took. So we'll go ahead and insert some of those photos here so that you can take a look. And it's a fun little thing. What did you think about the captain's reception?
It was cool. There were free drinks.
Yes, there were some drinks, both adult and non-adult beverages for your enjoyment. Watched the morning show on the TV, and then we got to see basically everybody that was on the morning show. So I got to talk to them and be like, hey, I like the morning show. So yeah, fun little thing that we can do, that see people that normally just work up in the bridge of the ship. We had a little time before dinner. Dinner tonight is at Triton's.
The fried brie is so good.
But we are still very full from our Palo brunch.
But I definitely have enough room for fried brie. I don't know
Yes.
how much else, but the fried brie.
We will make room for some food some way, somehow, even though it's been like 8 hours since we last ate, but Palo brunch,
That's true.
that's where
It's
it's
been a
at.
long time.
Yes. All right. So, well, we're going to relax a little bit, and then we'll catch you guys at dinner at Triton's. Dinner at Triton's for appetizer. I got a fried brie. This is a duck confit. Ha ha ha. We're speaking French tonight. And Catherine got more brie.
Baked or leek and potato soup.
Who's telling you about your bedtime? Tell him no. My phone said, just a
Here we have the salmon. Some escargot.
I got some chicken breast, baked potato, and vegetables.
Thank you.
There you go. It's fine. No.
Okay, friends. We have a horse here.
Things.
The head is right there. And we need it to face this way somehow. This is
It's
one of
facing. Okay, it's facing this way. We need it to face that way.
by only moving one crown.
And he said it's one of the legs. So one of these two.
We've been working on this for 10 minutes and the server
It's
just keeps
not
on
been
laughing
10
at us.
minutes.
For dessert, I got the creme brulee and the Grand Marnier souffle. Actually got that on video this time. Last time I showed you guys an empty plate.
But you can only
that?
move
It
one
is
pan, right?
an-
It's one.
Opera gâteau cake.
And
It's not four triangles.
Did he get the answer?
He gave it to us.
Yeah.
He gave up. And then we were very angry.
Blindfold you. Any extra hard blindfold, jeez, dude. Is that too tight? Okay, don't move whatever you do. What is wrong with you people? No one. Tony, all right. Brand new water, brand new ping pong balls. All right, now what I want you to do is you're gonna take one of these ping pong balls and you're gonna put it in your mouth. Yeah, all right. All right, perfect. All right, now back up just a little bit, Tony. Back up just a little bit. Now, Tony, you have the ping pong ball in your mouth? Perfect. All right, you're gonna bend at the knees, Tony. All right. Yeah. All right. Now you're gonna tilt back just a little bit. Tilt back. Feel it in the glutes. All right. Tilt back. Make your face flat. All right. Now, Tony, what you're gonna do is you're gonna spit the ping pong ball in the air, and the goal is for you to catch it in your mouth again. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you a little drum roll. All right. Anytime Tony knows the idea of the drum roll, remember. Here we go. Okay. He's like, yeah, I got it. Here we go. First try. Flat face. Here we go. Okay, that was good. All right, don't touch it. Actually, you just put it in your mouth and spit it back. All right. Tony has a lot of power. Okay, a lot of power. All right. Make like it says stuff. 9 people get that joke. All right, here we go. All right. Tilt back, Tony. Tilt back. All right. Hands on hips. That is an important instruction also. All right. Get in there. Okay, that was good. All right, should we give him one more try? Yeah! We're gonna do great regardless if you get it on this attempt or not. We're gonna show our appreciation for you giving it a shot. Here we go. Third try. You got it. All right, here we go. Sit back. You got it, Tony. You got it. Here we go. That's good, dude. You're doing it. Hold on.
Evidence you both for you at the same time. You're both bad as each other at this point anyway, aren't you? Who is the worst at remembering dates? So who is the worst at remembering dates? Like weddings, birthdays and stuff like that. So I want to answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mon Cornetto, give it to me. We had a full conversation in like a different language over here. Okay, so team 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You get a point. You all get a point. Well done. Who gives the worst presents? Who gives the worst presents? 5. You see something? 4, 3, 2. This group enjoys that joke way too much. 1. Okay, put those papers high in the air so I can see them. You made your final decision. Okay. So group number 2, 3, and 5. You've all got a point. Well done. So
And a look at tonight's towel animal. Catherine and I are debating on whether it's an anteater.
It's
is
not
what I
an
say.
anteater.
Catherine, what do you say it is?
I said it was a hippo. But it's definitely not an anteater.
Or is it a piggy?
It could be a pig. That I will
Alright.
accept.
Well, we'll call it a pig, but feel free to leave your guess in the comments. And we are back in our stateroom after a fun night. Last time we checked in with you guys personally and you heard our voices was at Triton's when we finished up our dessert, and you also saw that horse crown that we were trying to figure out. And
It was so easy. We felt so stupid. We stared at it for like 10 minutes. And then he finally was just like, boop. And we went, oh.
yeah, our servers, they gave us a hint and said,
It was
hey,
a
you
really
need
good
to
hint.
move one of these, and this is like the best hint I can give you guys. If you don't get it, then there's no way you're ever going to get it. So he gave us a hint, and we stared at it for a little while longer, and we tried moving certain things around, and we're just like, oh. And then he's like, okay, here's your guys' dessert. I want you guys to enjoy the dessert and not argue with each other or not think too hard about it, because you just want to sit back and relax and enjoy the dessert. And he's just like, boop, that's the one. And we're like, oh. So yeah, blew our minds how simple it was. We were definitely overcomplicating it, even though we was only trying to move one crayon. We went over to the Azure Lounge to go see a juggler and comedian named
Matt Baker.
Matt Baker.
and he did some cool juggling moves that we got on video, and then eventually he had to call a couple people up. First person that got to be volunteered to go up. The second person that he called up had to be voted on by people that he is with, and whoever had the most fingers pointing at him had to go up on stage. Of course, we got 7 people that we were with 7 people in that lounge that all pointed their fingers at me.
I used 2 fingers.
So I had to go on stage, and what happened when I was on stage, Captain?
They blindfolded him.
And I had no idea that I was going to be blindfolded out. I was like, okay. So he blindfolded me, and he said that I had a giant head, which is very true.
And then he talked about his Adam's apple.
And what happened at first when I was blindfolded? I haven't seen any of the footage yet.
Oh yeah, I didn't show you.
I'm not going to even see it until it's editing, so you guys are going to, or I don't know, you guys don't see it. But I'm not going to see it until I edit it through. So what happened when I was on stage, Catherine?
He had some knives, which he had in a previous act, and he was like going at Tony like this. He was further away, but then he basically stopped and was like, none of you are concerned. And then he unblindfolded you.
Yes. And then I had to try to juggle a ping pong ball
in his mouth.
In my mouth, which is something that he did previously, and he's just like, okay, now I'm going to teach one of you guys how to do it, and I got to be the lucky one that he got to teach. And how'd that work out?
You tried 3 times.
Yeah. And I failed 3 times.
But you tried 3 times.
But I still got the ping pong ball. So, a lot of fun. He was a pretty funny guy, and his juggling tricks were pretty cool. And then after that, we stayed in the Azure Lounge to watch.
Seriously?
Hey, you said that in the last video too. This time, same concept as if you watched it in the previous video, but this time we had one of our friends and her mom up there.
Yeah, this time it wasn't necessarily couples, it was just pairs of people that knew each other. So there was...
I don't think there was a single couple up there, was
there?
There
might have been one.
There was one possibility, and then we had best friends.
sisters, and the mom and daughter that we knew.
Yeah. And our friend and her mom did very well. They did so well that they got first place. So we were very happy to see them win.
But now it's late, and I'm tired. So we're going to call it a night.
Yes, it is probably about midnight at the moment, so it is time for us to go to bed.
Thanks for tuning in for Enjoying Disney Magic.
And thank you so much for watching the whole video. If you would like to continue enjoying the magic, feel free to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.